Yo, peep these patch notes.
Let's talk about the good old quadruple A game that is Skull and Bones. Played,
Skull and Bones.
yeah, played the open
It's good,
beta.
Having a great time. It's definitely on your wish list now, right?
I mean,
You
okay,
knocked
so
it out of the
I'm
water.
not gonna lie. I do want to play it.
So
I won't lie. Like,
here's for Sin for me, right? The moment that I stopped playing it is very precise, and you may see it on here as we talk about it. I went into this game expecting pirate ships, expecting, open world, expecting sea combat. I got all that. I was also expecting PvP combat. It's a fucking pirate game. I'm out here on the open seas. I'm seeing other players. You literally just watched me pass a real person. And so I'm playing and enjoying it and having fun. The game controls well. The game plays well. It's a fun fucking time being out on your ship and just going after these different things and exploring and doing pirate things and all that kind of stuff, right? And then I'm like, okay, let me go and fucking shoot this other dude because, well, I'm me.
The warden needed to take the seas.
Yeah, I need some fucking. I need my bloodlust is sitting here, I'm watching this. Look at how dope that is. That ship explodes.
Can I pause you real quick? I find it so funny that you go from the puzzle game and just zen, super chill, and I love being social and watching people and helping people with puzzles and stuff to come into this and be like, I need to fucking end somebody.
Fucking pirate.
Yeah,
give me all your booty.
I mean, if this was a game that was oh, you're here, calm down, and we're gonna sail the seas as I don't know, fucking I don't know, whatever. So this is not that. This is get in your face, blow people up, fucking sink ships and capture booty and hunt sharks and all that.
Which
does well.
Really quickly, just to preface this, right? I've played this before this specific open beta, and it was that. I don't know what fucking happened because the open beta that I played had open PvP.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I have no fucking clue what happened.
Then?
So what you're seeing on screen
that was
is me shooting.
So
PvE.
that was just
that
AI
was PvE.
ships.
That was just AI
ships. Yeah. Great. Again,
okay.
I want to make sure I speak the game. If you are looking for a PvE pirate experience, if you love Sea of Thieves but not having to fuck with anybody else, and you don't want anybody to fuck with you, and you just want to experience Black Flag pirate ships with a little bit of an it's an open world setting. That fucking go, right? Go have fun. It plays well, it handles well, it looks good, it's a fun game. I was expecting something else. I was expecting that, but I wanted the PvP element. And I think it's a huge miss when I see someone that I'm unloading into and I don't see their fucking nothing happening, right? It's a fucking pirate game. I'm there to fuck people up. Yeah. I want to steal your shit.
From everything that I can understand, they went from being, if I remember correctly, it was like a toggle. You could toggle on and off PvP essentially back in the previous beta that I played, which was late last year sometime. According to what I'm reading right now, they changed it on this last open beta that the Sin played in. They changed it from being open world to having dedicated PvP modes, which are called Cutthroat Cargo Hunt and Hostile Takeover.
It's shit. It's I've watched some of it.
So it's like Sea of Thieves, their arena mode. Or
no, Sea of Thieves is open PvP.
Open PvP.
No, but I mean, I'm saying they have that one where it's just you go into an arena mode.
No, so this is no.
So this is like open world PvP events, but you have to be in the specific area or take a contract.
Right. So you go when you get this cargo, and then it alerts that you've got the cargo, right? And then you are running it down to other areas of the map, and people can attack you, right? But the thing is that because of the nature of how the sailing works and the adrenaline system and some stuff that I do think that they overcomplicated in this game, like the food system, all this stuff, it's what I watched was it was pretty much like as if somebody got to it, you're not catching them. You're done. Like you're just there's no a very very minimal amount of PvP.
Oh,
And,
at least not right now. Like what you got to remember, this is still an open.
Well,
this is still very
what-
early in open beta or closed beta. So
well, this was what they were. What I watched was actually like a closed thing where it was solely PvP. Like they were testing that method out because I was like, where the fuck happened? And I watched. This was like it was a private event that they invited people to come play the PvP mode of this, and it was very abysmal watching it. And that's when I turned it off. I was like, okay, I'm not spending $70 on this. I don't think that, like, for me personally, it doesn't warrant the $70 purchase.
Right.
You know,
can I just say that even prior to them turning off the PvP and making it a contract and like specific region area PvP, right? I still don't think this game was worth $70 fucking dollars. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how much.
What is this boarding thing that I keep seeing you do?
Yeah,
boarding is basically
animation.
you can do two different things. You can either destroy the ship completely, and then you can get the loot from it from like salvaging the ship, or you can board the ship, and I think you get some extra like
you get extra
loot,
gear and
some extra
loot
booty.
And all this other kind of stuff.
There's two different options.
There's
that you
no
can
way to
take with that.
actually like board the ship and do on ship.
Negative. No, everything is done. Everything is done through. That's one thing that a lot of people were kind of upset about too. Is like coming from Black Flag. You know, the Black Flag had kind of like the trifecta. It had like a really good combat, like on land combat, right? Really good sea combat, and then a really good story. This has really great sea combat, but it doesn't have any onboarding combat or any on foot combat.
Well, yeah.
And from everything that I understand, the story is pretty fucking
it's trash. It's
pretty
fucking
rough.
stupid. It's the dumbest fucking thing. Yes,
a little bit. Yeah,
you're like it's light, but it's still enough for me. You guys know how I am, right? But it's dumb enough. It's just bad. Like it's just not. The story is so stupid. It's like
to you, yeah. It's not, dude. It's not abysmal, but it's not great,
dude. It's fucking.
It's not Assassin's Creed story. Like, and granted, Assassin's Creed story is sometimes not that great either. But like, it's definitely they took a step back.
Like they ham-fisted a fucking story in here that just didn't need to be.
Is this a tutorial that you're in right now?
Nope.
Or is this like
this is it. This is the game. This is a mode where I'm capturing.
I'm just making sure. Because like all I've seen you do is just circle ships and like just
that's all you do.
Them.
That's all. That's all
you're
doing.
Real with you guys.
Real monotonous, like just
this
baby skunks.
Kingdom Hearts 3's Pirates of the Caribbean level looks better, like more in depth than this. At least there you can go to islands and actually like gather stuff to upgrade your ship. But the combat
is extremely sad, man.
The canon combat looks almost identical to Kingdom Hearts 3's Pirates of the Caribbean ship combat. Like
and again, which is extremely sad considering we came from Black Flag, which was basically celebrated as like one of the best pirate action RPGs of its time, essentially of any time, really.
Just the sailing in this looks so wonky too. You're like diving your entire nose
it's pretty floaty
into the water.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
It's still water. It's not even wavy.
So
they took. I think they rely extremely heavily on the fact that it's being built off of the same quote unquote engine as Black Flag or the same idea as Black Flag. I don't personally feel like they did a very good job with it, which is why I'm saying that again. I want to play it, but I'm not going to pay $70 for it. That's not going to happen.
So the other thing about it too that they did wrong, right, is they focus so heavily on, and you see this green bar if you're watching live, but if you're not, there's a green bar at the bottom of my screen, and as on the right hand side you see where it says 7, 8, 9 knots. It's a little circle, and there's a half circle beside it that's got 2 white bars and a green bar. Well, you have stamina in this game, and
your ship has stamina.
It's your crew. Your crew's got stamina, and you have to. So, and again, I just want you to picture yourself. All right, everybody, for just a moment, just close your eyes. Okay, if you're listening to us live, or if you're listening to us after the fact, close your eyes. And I'm gonna draw a picture, paint you a picture. You're a captain of a ship, and you're out on the high seas, and you're in the middle of combat, and you've got another ship coming around, and you've got everybody to the starboard or everybody to the front of the ship, and you're firing cannons off, and you're going at it, and you're raising the main sail and bringing the mainsail back down, and right in the middle of it, because you need to like make a hard fucking left turn, or you're gonna get fucking just destroyed by these cannons. Your crew goes, "Sorry, Captain, can't do it. I'm hungry." Right? What the fuck? Who thought that was a good fucking idea? Like, who thought that it was a good idea to say, "Hold on, you have to hold a button, go into another menu, scroll wheel around or move your mouse around to find the fucking item that you want to eat the item, wait for your stamina bar to refill so that you can fucking go and do this all over again." Like, I don't know, why this is a thing. And the only way to cook food, the only way to get that food is either you need to loot it, or you have to go somewhere, get off of your ship, get into this really ugly walking animation that your character, like, off the boat, it looks like shit.
Did you do that? Can we see that?
Yeah, let me see if I can get to a place where I get off the ship. Here you go. Okay, so this is where I get off the ship. And start to move around, and you're off the ship. You have to go somewhere. You then have to like go either to this really kind of this cache system or storage system. Make sure that you have that stuff on you so that you can craft the food, so you can send it back to your boat, so that you can feed. It's shit, man. Like, this is not what people wanted to do. We wanted to go and sail the 7 seas and blow people off. Blow people off. We don't want to blow people off.
Blow people off. Is that what you want to do now?
Blow people up. Like, it's just that part is such a huge miss. Watch the animation. Just this is again, remind you, quadruple A game. Quadruple A game. Look at the animation that it got.
Oh my gosh.
Sin of the past. Stop talking to people and just run around. But it's just not good, man. Like, it's just not. And you're accepting these missions and these contracts, and you don't give two shits about why you're accepting them. I don't know. It's just, yeah. So
it's unfortunate.
But it's a quadruple A video game.
It looks like they tried to take a lot from Sea of Thieves, but like implement it in their own way, and it just didn't work. Like the food thing, instead of food healing you, they wanted it to be like actually like stamina based and all that. And it's just like, there's no reason for it.
Okay, come on. Just, I want to show you guys because it's so atrocious. Like, it is fucking terrible. I'm looking at the maps and whatever else. I don't know. This
it is what it is. Yeah, we don't have time to sit there and look
it's
for
just,
it.
it's bad. It's just not good. So,
it's not $70 worth. Believe me, it's not.
No.
Please don't. Like, if you listen to anything that we say on this podcast, don't spend $70 on this game.
And the sad thing is
just don't.
And we'll go right into kind of the news section, because this is actually one of the topics for the news that we wanted to bring up, was that Ubisoft CEO defends this. We continue to say a quadruple A game, because, well, that's what the CEO said it was. Came out, what was it, on the 8th, and was defending it because people were like, hey, this doesn't feel like a quadruple, like a double A, like a triple A game, and $70 seems pretty expensive. And basically, Guillermo stated that you will see that Skull and Bones is a full-fledged game. Guillermo replied, "It's a very big game, and we feel that people will really see how vast and complete the game is. So it's really full AAA, quadruple A game that will deliver in the long run. It's a good game," was his response. I don't know, man. Like,
unless they've got it sectioned off like horribly for these betas, like they're testing.
I mean, I'm sure they do, but
yeah, but like,
regardless,
how much more is there?
I mean, if so,
like I said, I could go play Kingdom Hearts 3.
If they go off of like the archipelago or whatever it was, from Black Flag, it'll be a decent map. It'll be a decent sized map. And if they build off of that, it could be a rather big map. The biggest problem with that is that it's going to be a lot of empty space. You're literally in the middle of the sea.
Starfield.
Not a lot going on in the middle of the sea.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Yeah.
So that's the biggest problem that I'm going to see with it is like, how are they going to fill the void of you? Like if it's a huge map, if it's this gigantic game that they're just like their CEO is like, oh, it's a quadruple A game. You guys are going to be so shocked. It's $70 worth. Believe me, right? How are you going to fill the space?
Water level, surface level.
How how are you going to fill the space? Is my
Sea of
question.
Thieves has like underwater stuff going on and whatnot.
Well,
this
even
game's all above.
even Sea of Thieves runs into that issue where it's like
to a
you
point, but
drive
they have
around
more-
for a long
more
time
like,
with nothing really happening.
Missions and stuff that happens, occurrences that happens in the
They
open
do.
water too.
I'm not talking about the missions. I'm
just saying,
talking
like,
about there's
that's
nothing
what
in
this
between.
needs to do. They need to do more along those lines.
Yeah.
Well, just
So-
here again, even the Starfield reference or whatever else. Like, here's my thing: is you are going to see, because I think that they said there's like 100. There's 100 players, I think, in a server. I believe is what they said. Don't quote me on that, but it was something of that nature, like maybe less. I don't know, but there's a good amount of people on the server. But you see them and you can't interact with them. Like you can invite them to your group, but I can't interact with them. Like so, what am I?
Maybe that's the thing that's like
what am I
just in
doing?
the beta though.
I don't know. No, they openly said that there is no PvP
There's no-
outside of those things. Like this was a change that they specifically
That was-
made.
It's a
Oh.
yeah, it's a
This was
change
not
that
a
they made,
beta
and I don't
thing.
know. I
Wow.
don't know why they made it.
Like,
Like
I
I
don't-
understand, and we've got some people in chat that are saying like, open world PvP games don't last for as long, and in some cases that is true, right? Like Sea of
Just
Thieves.
keep the
Sea
flag
of-
system. That's all they
Sea,
need to
sea,
do.
of, sea of Thieves struggled there for a while until it started to get popular again, right? But the fact of the matter is that when it came down to it with the last the open beta or the closed beta that I played in, it was a toggle. You could toggle it on and off. So I
also think
I don't
that
understand it.
that PvP games struggle that are not don't have a specific focused idea. Like when you hear pirate game, like I'm sorry, your mind immediately goes to being cutthroat, to being whatever else. And I'm not saying that everybody has to PvP. Like make a fucking PvP server. You know what I mean? Like yes, the toggle system's perfectly fine. Make a PvP server. Make an always on PvP server, and then when
both of what they did here of make it a toggle and also areas that are PvP only.
Yeah, like
like the what was Division
the dark
zone
zone.
The dark
had.
zones.
Yeah.
Dark zones.
That's essentially
I
what they're
don't know.
doing, and that's essentially what they're doing is like
But do
certain
that
areas are open
and
PvP.
open world PvP with a toggle.
I don't
Do
know.
both. Why not?
This
I agree.
is
Yeah.
this is sad. So it's some people
Invasions.
people
That's
sure.
the answer.
Yeah, sure.
Do
Do invasions.
invasions.
Do invasions.
Yeah.
There are people that are defending the game, that are defending the $70 price tag.
Wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
People are
Yeah,
choosing to
that's just
defend that. That's
amazing.
insane.
Basically what their defense is that the game has been out or has been in development hell for so long, it needed to be like there's no way they could have released it at a lower cost.
Oh, that's not my fault.
Well, let me finish this. Let me finish my rage for a second. So they say that, and then they go and they're saying like, oh, well, the game has to be at this price point. But my counter argument is why the fuck is that my problem? Why the fuck am I paying for you not knowing what the fuck you're gonna do with your game and in development hell when this is not a $70 value game? Again, based on what we've played, we have not seen the full game. Maybe fucking Guillermo's got a fucking, pirate chest up his sleeve that he is about to pull and drop on us, and this is going to be, great. But other people are being like, well, why don't you just pay $18 for it and play it on Ubisoft Game Pass or Ubisoft Plus or whatever their fucking system is? Sure, go ahead.
Maybe we're only getting the first couple A's out of the four.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're
Sure,
only
go
getting
ahead.
the first A at this point. There's no couple A. We're getting the first A. It's an A game. It's a single A game.
Yeah. So let's see. I don't know.
The next 3 A's are paid expansions.
Yeah, those are microtransactions. They're gonna make you pay for those.
I don't see Ubisoft pulling this off. And doing.
I don't think in this stage of the game.
It's
I
okay.
don't
They've
think
got
so.
Rainbow Six Siege to make.
I mean,
money,
I've been saying it for a long time, ever since really Skull and Bones, like the third fucking pushback for their release. I don't think it's gonna be successful. I really don't. I just don't really feel like they've got enough like direction behind it, and this just shows that they don't. Them removing a base feature, the PvP, the open world PvP that they had, which again, like Sin said, that's a huge draw for a lot of people into a pirate game.
Yep.
Right. Removing that just takes the people that you're basically just alienating a huge
like, what am I leveling my
demographic of your
ship up
population.
for? Like, what do I care? What am I? So it looks cool. I don't give a fuck. I could care less.
They're gonna
like,
they're gonna go from doing this to going back and playing, you know, Sea of Thieves. Like,
yeah, I don't. It's just I don't know. This is a at most $40 game. I would spend $40 on this at most and catch it
I
on
wouldn't
sale.
even, but
Like I would catch it on
that's a
sale
more
for
fair price point.
I think it's definitely a more fair price point. For sure.
I would wait until you have a sale right now on Steam that's the Ubisoft publisher sale that literally there's shit that's like 85% off.
Doesn't
Then I would
Ubisoft
buy
have something like an Xbox Game Pass? Like
Yeah, so it is.
Like
It's-
Yeah,
it's-
they've got
yeah,
Ubi Plus or whatever.
Yeah, and it's
Play,
$18.
or whatever it is.
It's $18 a month.
Is this
and-
going? Is this going to be on
Yeah,
there?
this
day
is
one?
on there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
I
can play
mean-
it that way.
Yeah, but even still, I don't know.
I mean, I guess if you wanted to do this and you wanted to do Avatar, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
like,
Like at least that
Yeah,
way
sure.
you can
I don't
try
know, man.
it, and if it doesn't,
Ubisoft's
it's not what you want, play another game on there.
Ubisoft's been hit and miss recently, man, and they've been
Yeah.
missing more than they've been hitting, sadly. So
Yeah.
Hey, you made it to the end, and just for that, here's a special invitation to come watch us live every Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. But if you miss us, that's okay too. You can find us on any podcast platform at your convenience, or at anchor.fm/prepatch podcast. We hope to see you there.